Hello, welcome to the CraftStash Live broadcast. I'm Jeanette Lane, your crafty host. It is Friday. Once again, it feels like this week has flown by, like I was just here last Friday. I don't know. This past week went by in a blur. But anyway, happy Friday. So excited for today. We have the launch of some brand new Bright Rosa, which is the Sunflower and Sentiments collection. So I'm surrounded by all of Paula Pascual's beautiful designs. Now, if you aren't familiar with Paula Pascual, she is a TV presenter on Hachanda, so she couldn't join us today. But she has filmed some beautiful demonstrations for us, exclusive demonstration tutorials with her new designs. So we're going to show you those in a bit. Before we get further into the broadcast, just going to say hello to a few people. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you've been up to this week. Maybe you've been getting crafty. Let's see. Here we go. It's also been very, very, very cold. Not sure if it's cold where you are, but we've been freezing. And helping us behind the scenes is Shauna. Say hi, Shauna.
Hi.
She's the cutest little thing. She's my little delicate flower. All right, so we have Bex Crafts. Hello. Julie Olivia's Crafts and More. Nicole C says, hey, everyone. Sue Lloyd, hi Sue, hope you're doing good. Amanda Little, Nicole C, Angharad Locke, Pooja, hi Pooja, hope you're well. Deborah Thurtell, amazing. Irene Herrera. Pooja says, hi Jeanette, it's crazy cold here in Ireland. Deborah Thurtell says, it's very hot in Australia. Irene is watching from California. Irene, that is very early where you are. Julie Olivia's Crafts and More says, Jeanette, I'm making lots of craft projects for a charity fair that she's doing. Amazing. So happy to have you. You're going to say hello to some of our friends on Facebook. Let me find the post. I always struggle with Facebook. I don't know why. There we are. Hooray. So, it's not loading the comments for some reason. All right. It's going to load in just a bit. I just know it. Is your Wi-Fi working, Shauna? Yep. Yeah, you're good. Here we are. Here we go. Tom McCormick is watching. Hello, Tom. He says he's watching from Radcliffe. He's been very busy making some samples for the next Lavinia stamp show on Hachanda later this month. Oh, Tom, you're so talented. That's amazing. Linda Cook is watching from Derbyshire, and she's been making 3D advent calendars. Nice. Katie Moore says, beautiful dies. Yes, you guys are in for a treat. The Sunflower and Sentiments collection from Paula is so beautiful. So if you know Paula, if you're familiar with her, she has been a designer for top brands in the UK craft companies for almost 15 years. So she's worked for like Sizzix and Tonic, and now she's on Hachanda as a presenter, but she has her own line, which is Bright Rosa. And we have some beautiful dies that she has designed, and also some stamps. And she is really into like big florals and like large, bold sentiments. And so we have plenty of that. Before we go further into the Sunflower and Sentiments collection, I wanted to remind everybody about Paula's Papercraft Society box. This is the December box, and you can still sign up to receive this one. The deadline is November 21st, but there are limited spots. So if you have been eyeing this one, definitely head to, I'm sure Laura is going to provide a link for us in the comments for where you can sign up for Paula's Papercraft Society box. But I have a full reveal video on the CraftStash YouTube channel if you want to see everything that's inside of here. But there's beautiful dies, stamps, toppers, a stencil, gorgeous papers, which, let me see if I can just pull this one out in a flash here. It's the prettiest paper pack ever. And you can see everything that's included in the box in that reveal video on YouTube. And a lot of you have already signed up for it. I'm super excited about obviously the inks, the hybrid inks that are included, but these little blending buds are the cutest thing. If I can just show that on a close-up. They're so cute. So that's going to be part of the Paper Craft Society Bright Rosa box. And then let me just show that up close because it's gorgeous. So again, the deadline for that is November 21st. So make sure to sign up by then. Okay, now for her Sunflower and Sentiments collection. The star of this particular collection is the diamond card die set. So there's 22 dies in here. Let's try top down for this one, Shauna. And Paula is going to be doing, has a demonstration for us. She's prepared a demonstration for us beforehand using this. But let me just quickly run through a few of my favorites because she's also going to explain them just a bit more in the demonstration video. So this one is my favorite. This is the circle band die, and if you remember from her previous collection, she does these band dies to create pop-up elements in your cards, but also to create like belly bands and also focal elements for your designs. So there's 22 dies in here, and I put them on a magnetic sheet so you can just see all of the nested dies that you get. So you get that edge there, this circle, this beautiful flower circle here that cuts into your card. So jam-packed with dies, and it's a great collection for like all occasions. Like you can use it for birthdays, anniversaries, thank you cards. And Paula she's so thoughtful about her designs. Like they're perfect for both feminine and masculine makes. Now, another die set that I'm really excited about is the Sentiments dies. So there's two of these. There's the Sweet Words, and there's also the Friends Words. So there's that one. But I've put the Sweet Words onto a magnetic sheet just so that you can see the size of these. They're huge. And Paula also has a beautiful demonstration for us on how to use these, which we're going to get to super duper soon. And the next one that I want to show you is the sprigs. No, sorry. Yeah, the foliage sprigs. So she has a foliage twigs and then the foliage sprigs. And these are massive and they're so beautiful. So you can use these for obviously like larger cards. I think Paula prefers to have larger cards like 6x6, but also good for scrapbook layouts. So I love just always Paula's designs are so, like she really takes into account so many things, you know, like giving you the most value, but also giving you designs and products that are good for both feminine, why do I keep saying feminine and masculine makes? I do apologize. And also there's 2 stamp sets, which you're gonna see in the demonstration. And we can, let's announce the giveaway, how to enter the giveaway. So we have a prize valued over 210 pounds worth of prizes to give away, and we're going to announce the winners at the end of the broadcast. So the first way to enter is on our Facebook post. We've been running that competition all week, so if you haven't entered that yet, hurry over to our Facebook page and enter there. But also we're going to select a winner randomly from the comments, so just leave a comment during the demonstrations. Right now all your comments count, so just any comment will do. You can enter as many times as you'd like. This giveaway is open worldwide. So comment away, and then we'll announce our winners at the end of the broadcast. Now, the first exclusive demonstration that Paula's going to be sharing with us is the diamond card die set. So absolutely beautiful what she's prepared for us.
Hi, I'm Paula Pascual. I'm sorry I cannot be with Jeanette today, but I came in earlier and I did show this tutorial with my brand new Bright Rosa collection. It features sunflowers, it features diamond cards, it features words, it features basically what I love to design and work with. So the first thing I'm going to be doing today is using the diamond card. Now it's a small, I would say it's kind of a step forward from the hexagon and elongated hexagon card. It's the same principle, and it creates the base card as well as the intricate detail for the inside and the corners. So it creates cards that are a diamond on the front and rectangle on the back. So it's 5 by 7, so it will fit in your standard envelopes, as well as, you know, other shapes that you may have. You can trim it and make a complete diamond card. But what I did, the small step forward that I was mentioning, is the fact that it has got two options, very distinctive. It has got the flower and the geometric. That will go away with one single die set. You have got a more kind of masculine, more geometric and more feminine floral. That doesn't mean that you cannot send that one to a man or that one to a woman. It's just the way that we kind of sort of always talk about them. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to do something that is in between these two cards. Now, what you need to have for this die, the base die, it's 7 inches and a bit in height by 10 inches, over 10 inches in length. Therefore, you do need, this is the only die in the whole collection that really requires an A4 size machine. So I'm using the Platinum from Spellbinders, but of course the Big Shot Plus, the Gemini, the other machines that will take A4 dies will work with this. Now, because I'm using a really lovely paper, I try to be as you know, as kind of close to the edges as possible with my dies, so it will not waste any paper. Now, this is another of the cards, the sets of the dies that we have got in the collection as well, but I'm going to put it aside to not damage it. By the way, that's the sunflower band. Now you run it through, and let me just run it. Now I'm just doing it the wrong way around because I'm right-handed and the machine, I put it on my left side. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I just wanted to challenge myself. There you go. Now I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put the machine away from me. So we have got here the die cut. Now we take away, and of course with such a beautiful card, you know, I'm not going to waste that. I always turn them over to see if it has cut everything, and I can see every single line it has cut in just one pass. However, just make sure that depending on, of course, in certain machines, or if your plates have been a little bit overused, sometimes they do, you need a second pass. The amount of detail that you are getting in these dies is really, it's a lot, so sometimes that's why it requires a second pass. Now I'm just gonna put it, just gently tease it out. Of course, you can do the top tip of, oh yeah, here it is. I have got a lovely assistant today, so thank you, Jeanette. She has passed me there you have it. Now I like, if you like to, if you want to have a quicker release, you can bang it on the table with the die facing yourself, or use a parchment paper as well. That helps in between the paper that you're die cutting and the die. That will always help. But personally, I just kind of like to gently take my time and then make sure that I peel all the pieces properly. There it is. And then just poke out any extra bits. Now I always say that if you run it through the die cutting machine twice, these bits will follow quicker. They stay much more into the die. But there you have it. So it has cut everything. It has had in here as well, it has got like a perforation detail, so if you want to do some faux stitching you can, and it also scores it down the middle there. So there it is, the base card. And I think this, if you are doing wedding invitations or just a birthday card, this is just perfect as it is. It works for me. The other thing that you have got in the die set is a diamond that fits right in the center, so you can have a die cut out of vellum, and that quite dulls it a little bit, so you could have it printed and something like that. Other things that you have got included in the bundle, in this die set, is this that will cut into the card, so you can use that one here and then use the same one for the bottom, so it kind of fills that empty space. But also I have given you the other corner, so you have got that for those two corners in case that you just wanted to trim those ones. like so. With scissors, you just trim them down, and that's how I done that one. It's exactly the same one, but I just taken a scissors or a trimmer and trim those flowers off to create this effect more. So there is a lot of different possibilities with this set. Then if you wanted something more intricate, which is what I'm going to do now, you position the diamond insert in here. Now you have got two options. Like this is with more flowers onto the bottom, or like that onto the top. So if you wanted to see there, you can see that ones are bigger on the top, or rather like this. If I put it like that, you can see that that is larger and that's one is smaller. So it's up to you. For this case, just to show you that you can do either way, I'm going to place it like so. A little bit of washi tape to secure it. Now, because it's going to go on the front of the card, I'm just going to be very careful with the washi tape and just put it inside. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put quite a lot, but I'm going to put it in on the inside. This bit, remember, is going to be cut out. That's going to be the aperture. So even if it ruined the paper, it would ruin the bit that I don't want. So I'm going to run that through the machine. So I run it through the machine, and there it, just double check every line is there, and gently tease it off. Gently, because there is a lot of detail and I do not want to. So you can see you can see all the detail from the flowers. Now, if you're wondering what flower is this, or it just sounds familiar, it is familiar because it was part of the first flower band, and it was the flower band and the flower border that had these exact same flowers, and they're exactly the same flowers as the flower border. Therefore, if you want to layer them up, if you want the single flowers that came upwards, you can do that if you get or you have already the flower border. And it's the one that it's coordinates. It has got the edges as well for that. So I like to do things like that coordinate with previous collections, and I love this flower, and I kind of like to do more flowers, different flowers, but I like to go back as well as the originals. So if you don't have them, it's a perfect time to get them in combination. Oh, but look at that. Now that is quite obviously very floaty and it's very beautiful, but this is why I kind of like to put a vellum in here, or you could put maybe a piece of contrasting card if you wanted to. It's up to you how you wanted to do it. What I have done here is I cut it out of white, and I have used my alcohol markers, specifically these ones were Copex, and then just go on and color those flowers in one color family to create that really vibrant flowers. And it's completely flat, it's not die cut. I mean, it is die cut, but what I mean is there's not layered flowers. Right, so we have got that. I'm gonna put it in here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in here, and then this is where I kind of go like, well, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of the flowers. Now because I know vellum is very difficult to glue, but however, the centers of the flowers, you can always put something like a sequin on the back of it on top of the vellum, so that won't show through. So even if the glue slips through, the sequin would disguise the appearance of the glue. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of glue on the bottom corner and those corners. Obviously, ideally you would use a cocktail stick or a very fine nozzle glue applicator to create that perfect. Then just place it over the top and press down to make sure that that glue kind of makes contact. And sometimes because of the vellum, the nature of the vellum is very, well, I call it vellum, some people call it, most people will call it parchment, whichever way you call it, is one of my favorite mediums because it just has got that ethereal nature of it. And that kind of suddenly gives it a little bit more weighty. That's just not a floppy, it just stays there. Now, as I said, if you wanted to do the corners, you could have done the corners, but I'm going to keep it more simple because I wanted to have the simplicity in this one. But also included in this bundle, you are getting the banner. Now, I'll show you what I mean by this. Now, you have got, when I was designing this banner, because there was a little space, and I love my banners, I always, you know, to trim sentiments to go on banners. So I wanted to give you something extra where otherwise it would have been wasted the space. Now, also when I did design the banner, I thought, well, it would be nice to have a little hexagons as well, so that you can use them, because I love hexagons, so you can use them for different decorations. It's not meant to do anything specific, it's just that I like it as it is, and it's just a little bit of an extra. However, the banner is great because then it will fit right across there perfectly, so you can see that is exactly with 5 inches, but also it will look quite nice as well like that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to do a horizontal card that is going to go like that. I don't know, this is where I'm going. However, I want to have a sentiment in here, so I'm going to take my brand new sets, the Bright Rosa ones, the birthday wishes and beautiful words. So just as I mentioned, they both featured foliage and kind of a geometric pattern. This is beautiful words. It's a mix of happy birthdays and thank you and card sentiments, but also a couple of more art journaling stamps, because I was very keen on making sure that there were some art journaling sentiments, but also words that you can put inside your cards. That was very, or for your home decor projects. The birthday wishes is a more card making orientated, so it's basically sending, and then you can do, say, love and laughter, laughter and cheer, or happy. Then there is sending, so for instance, sending wishes. So it's kind of, you can say sending birthday wishes, sending anniversary wishes, or as hello friend, or you know, there is a lot of different ways to use it. And of course, I love the word always, to, you know, you can finish off your projects with that. Now with the banner, I'm thinking this would be lovely for anniversary cards, because it's very romantic and kind of, but also has got that beautiful shape. So I'm thinking that would be quite nice. Or what shall we do? So shall we do, no, have a wonderful anniversary, or with love on your anniversary. That's the one that I like. So I'm gonna grab my acrylic block. I have got here my acrylic block. I have got, for this sort of stamps, I really prefer VersaFine or VersaFine Clay, or hybrid, Noel Hybrid, for instance, will give me a really good impression. Personally, I'm gonna go now with VersaFine because I just like the blackness of it. It's just much, it's a little bit stronger. Now I'm gonna go first with anniversary, and the reason why I keep the die ahead of here is just because I can then see, there it is, I can see where I'm putting with love on your, I can see if I put it like that, if I don't have the die on top of it, I would lose the track of the width, or the width of the banner. So by having it above it, I more or less have an idea on how close I need with love on your. Now, because they are very flexible, these stamps, just make sure that you line them up properly. Of course, I do like a stamping platform, and you will find a variety of them on the website, so just check them out. See, now that will fit perfectly in there, even the Y and the scroll in there, so you have got that. So again, I'm going to take my washi tape. I always do tape my well, not always, but my intention is always to tape the dies to the card as a regular occurrence, because it has saved so much card and so many elements or stamp elements, because otherwise the die will move. I'm gonna run that through the machine. There it is. I have just like cut it. There you have it. Perfect. So now with a little bit of glue on the back of it, just put it in there, and that will make them float a little bit more. And let's put it centered and parallel to here. At home, obviously, you know, you take your more time to make sure that everything is properly glued and properly, you know, attached to it. There it is. Now, what I would do here is maybe add some sequins. I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the back because that's floating too much. And then it's just with wet glue and cards, and little dots everywhere is better than a big blob. It's always less is more, but you can see it there. If I put it like that, you can see how it will work horizontally. So you can see how it works like that. This is like a way of, like, for instance, I would now use some sequins maybe for the centers or some shape or something, but I just wanted to show you the basics on how these cards will work. You know, how you can cut it. You can kind of embellish it further with like cutting the corners or just leave it plain. It's up to you. If you wanted, for instance, you're thinking, well, that looks really, I just want something a little bit more. I have given you the corners as well into nesting sizes, so you can then, for instance, in here, I really kind of think that it will benefit to have a little bit more gold. So what I'm going to do is with leftovers, I'm going to use those bits in here and die cut them, so I will have a little bit more gold coming through. And then see, another option. So you can see how you can use a diamond card in different ways and different possibilities. Of course, this is just 3 of many, many, many more. And I love the idea that you can have really odd shapes in the front and they will still stand up on the vertex, on the pointy. I hope you enjoyed this one. I have another quick demo as well after this one using the words.
Hello! So that was an amazing tutorial from Paula. Thank you so much, Paula, for that. I loved reading the comments. I was able to read the comments, watch along with you guys, and everybody loved the dies, and also just everybody mentioned how lovely and talented Paula is, and she really is. So she used in that demonstration, just to refresh your memory, she used the diamond card die set and also the beautiful words stamp set. Yes. Oh no, sorry, just kidding. The birthday wishes stamp set. So there's 2 stamp sets in the collection. Now, before we move on to Paula's next demonstration, I just wanted to remind you to enter that giveaway valued at over 210 pounds worth of Bright Rosa sunflower and sentiments products. Amazing, 2 lucky people. So jealous for you. So jealous of you. And also there is a special offer going on where you can get 10% off the Sunflower and Sentiments collection using the code SUN10 at checkout. So that's SUN 10 for 10% off of Sunflowers and Sentiments collection. Now for Paula's next demo, she's going to be using the word dies. So as you're watching, also keep commenting away, and that's going to enter you into the giveaway.
So the next demo I'm going to do, the second demo, is going to be using the words that we have got for this collection. This one is the friend words and this is the sweet words. Now they are the same width and the same style as the original ones and as well as the Christmas ones, but the Christmas ones were 5 inches with the originals and these ones are 6 inches in width in terms of from side to side, but they can mix and match as well with the Christmas ones. Now the idea was that the originals had birthday wishes and thank you, thinking of you. It was much more card making orientated, and as you might know, I love my home decor, art journaling, but also I wanted words that would work for card making and combinations. So for instance, you say happy birthday and then you wanted to say something like a friend or happy, you know, hello, you know, and things like that. So I went back and see exactly what I wanted, what was missing, and I created these two sets. Now we have got here in the sweet words, it's more about home sweet home, memories and dream in those bulky and more chunky letters. So you can create like home sweet home, thanks for the house. But of course, memories and dream, and it's more for art journaling, memory books and things like that. But the combination of them is you also have got the script fonts that is a create, make a sweet, loving new. So you can say, for instance, new home, or create new memories, new dream, make a home, or sweet, you can say sweet dream. You can mix and match the fonts, and of course you have got, these ones will cut into the card, and then you have the outer line that will cut it out. And then you have got in here, you have got the friend words, which are words like lovely, friend, family, beautiful. I wanted beautiful because I think it's such a gorgeous sentiment to put on your cards, but also on homes, and of course it combines together. Now of course it will combine, for instance, with the stamps, so you can say sending birthday wishes friend, you could say sending wishes loving friend, or something like that as well. Now I'm going to show you how to make the quickest and easiest cards with them. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my here, is take, this one is a A6, a landscape card, and you really want the fold on here. If you're wondering how to make them, an A4 is basically two of them, and instead of cutting them in half like that, you cut them in half vertically, and then you just go down the middle, and that will give you that portrait card. I have cut an A6 piece of card that will go in the inside. Now I'm going to choose the words. Now I have got both sets together, and I keep them on a magnetic sheet, but you can see how many dies, if you go for both of them, you're getting so many that they don't fit on an A4. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say lovely friend, or lovely friend, or you could do lovely friend. So that will go there, and then I'm going to use one of the scripts, for instance, hello, or sweet, lovely friends, not for, I know what's in, a special, what is this, special, there are so many that they are hard to find, okay, new, special here, a special, lovely friend. So I kind of like that, that's my idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the A onto this pattern paper. So I'm going to place it like that. I'm going to grab my cutting plates, because then it's easier to do it then. So I have got A in here, and then I'm going to open the card, because obviously we are cutting into, and then friends. Now a good way is to just position it in there, making sure that it's as parallel as those bottom lines as possible. And then again, because it is quite important that it stays in place, because we are cutting into the card, we'll place it in here. And then that one, you can just put it in there, so line it up, maybe a little bit more of a gap in there. Now another thing you can do, if you are worried that the washi tape is going to damage the card, is position it like so, but I'm just going to risk it. I have got already a special in there, so that's fine, I can do that. Now I'm going to run that through the machine, and here we go. Yeah, it has cut it, so I'm just going to place. Perfect. You can see there, lovely. And then we have got front in there. This time the washi has damaged a little bit the paper, so there's not to worry. Just kind of gently tease it off like that. That's fine. And then kind of pull it out. So what we do is when we put that in here, can you see that? Now you can trim that off or leave it as it is. Then we have got also the card in there. Look at that. I love that. The softness of the A with the mix of the blockiness of the cutting into the card. I just think it's just really cool. And then of course you can do a lovely, no, I think I'm gonna just keep it like this, a lovely front. Now of course you can use the stamps that we have got also on the collection. So for instance, you could say, for instance, happy birthday. Oh well, actually, I'm gonna say, oh, it's this. See, it's a lovely friend. Oh, celebrate. Oh no, you have got here. Sorry, this is what I think. It's always you discover different things. Even if I have designed them myself, I will always find different things in them. So you are, and I'm using the leftover that it was around here because that's how I think is the best crafting, to use, making sure that we use everything that is available to us. Okay. And I don't throw away many things. So let's just put it in here. And then I'm gonna trim it down with scissors. And then just kind of trim it there. And I might go in and say, and then just line it up with a little bit of the leftover card that I had. And this is how mostly I create my cards, is I let the dies guide me to see where I'm going, if you know what I mean. I kind of thinking more or less I have an idea what I want to do, what I want to create, but then I get inspired by the other things that I have got nearby. So the words that I have chosen, or whether I want to use bits like this. And in this case, I do like that it's not a perfect, that is a perfect square or rectangle here. I just like the way that it kind of works with everything. Now, one of the reasons I'm a very, like, when I kind of design with fonts, I don't like to mix and match too many. I like to mix and match, but not too many fonts. Keep it very simple, and that helps. So you can mix like a script and a bolder one. If you can see but I don't like to. That fell over. Yeah. I don't like to mix too many fonts that are very similar. So you can see that that font actually is the same font as this. So this one is a little bit bolder, but it's from the same family. As this font is very similar to that one, if not almost identical. So of course you will have them, when you have them together, it still works perfectly fine. So you are, and then a little bit of glue in the back of this. So that will work in there. I wanted to leave a little bit of a gap in there, and then you are, and that I think is great because this sort of cards will work with, I kind of think, there. So this is why these stamps are such a good thing to go for, because you are going to be able to mix and match with the words, all the stamps that I have been using. For instance, this one as well. So that's a diamond panel, and I have used the stamps as well in here. Or for instance, that one as well with the circle. I think this was circle panel or floral panel that has got also those words in there from the stamp set. So this is just, you can see there, the lovely, you are a lovely friend. And there's this kind of a special that you can customize all these different ways. So you could say special or make a new friend. You can say that as well with the dies. So there is so many more different ways of using the dies and the stamps together. I hope you have enjoyed this demo as well as the previous one. I hope that you enjoyed the whole collection. I hope it helps you, discover a few different techniques as well as explore different shapes for cards. Remember, there is the sunflower band, which creates a 6-inch beautiful flower. I say it's sunflower, but it's also a dahlia. It is what you want to do, and it's a 12 pointer, so it works with anything that is also 6 points like the original flower. But that one comes as well with a mini size one, so you can still do your pop-ups, but this pop-up has been designed so it will fit on a 6-inch card as well. There are so many more as well, like the floral, like the circle bands as well, so you can use them on your 6x6 and 7x7 cards. And there's so much more. I hope you enjoy Bright Rosa and the latest collection.
I really liked how quick and easy that card came together. And again, the dies that she used were the friend words and also the beautiful words stamp set. So I hope you enjoyed those wonderful tutorials from Paula Pascual. And don't forget to take advantage of the 10% off discount on the Sunflower and Sentiments collection with the code SUN10, so SUN10. And also take advantage of signing up for the Bright Rosa Paper Craft Society box. The deadline for that is November 21st, and there are limited spaces available. So if you wanted that, make sure to grab it. All right, so it's time for our winners to be announced. All right, so the prize bundle. So the first one is going to be the Facebook post. So you're gonna get the friend words. Stunning. You're gonna get the flower panel die set, the sunflower border. Beautiful. The sweet words, the sunflower band, and the circle band, which is my favorite one as well. And the winners for that the winner for that is picked from the Facebook post that was open all week long. Not weekend. All right. Let me pick our Facebook winner. Here we go. Just gonna scroll and stop. Hopefully I am not sharing anything. And the winner for that is Evelyn Knight. Congratulations. All right, now we're going to pick our on-air winner. Let's see, give me 1 second. Why did I lose us? We can't find us now. Sorry, everybody. Oh, there we are. All right. Ooh, so many people commenting. All right, here we go. Scrolly, 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 scrolly. So sophisticated. And our winner is Kate Baker. Congratulations. So happy for our winners. You have won this one. Did I announce what this one was? I didn't. Oh, so sorry. So Kate, you've won the 2 stamp sets, the diamond card, the diamond panel, and the twigs and the sprigs, foliage, twigs, and sprigs. Congratulations to our winners. Sorry I didn't announce the prize. And if you have won, just send us a private Facebook message with your mailing address, or you can email me, Jeanette@craftstash.co.uk. Thank you to everybody who watched our broadcast today. Thank you to Paula Pascual for those beautiful demonstrations, and we will see everybody next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.